taste. Getting this party started. I say welcome, welcome. I want this to be a cosmic checkpoint tonight. Woo woo! This is gonna be about this new moon that's happening tomorrow, the final new moon of 2025. It's in Sagittarius. This is going to be a very beautiful conversation. I want this to be more of a conversation. I mean, there's so many ways I could hit this. Welcome, Bethany. I see you. Welcome, welcome. I will be putting this on my YouTube too. So I'm playing some instrumentals that I'm going to be working on. Welcome, Herb. Can I call you Herb? Can I call you Herb? What's the word? Thank you for the gifts. As you know, we're in a passage right now, so it's on, like, I can only speak for myself. I personally made an oath and I'm being accountable and I'm going to show up and do the best that I can do. Really, we got to know that just showing up is enough. That your light is enough. Not everybody can perceive light, but your light is enough. Song is dope, right? I'm gonna be putting words to it soon. I don't really think about it. I usually just go off and then I write it out later. She said, so true, I just needed that reminder today. Ashe. Ashe. We're in a pool. We're literally in a pool, a womb. We're in water. Some of us are nodes, and when we broadcast our signal, it reminds other instruments to vibrate. Because some people can be in the dark, you know? A veil of ignorance or even electromagnetic net that's weighing them down, okay? That's not okay. It happens to everybody. And you got kitchen witches thinking they're doing stuff. When you got solar stability, Big Daddy energy, really do though. Couldn't say that before, could we? But now we're coherent, we're stationed, we're secure. This all ties into the message. And it looks good on you. It looks good on you. So the final new moon in 2025, the Lighthouse era begins. You are that lighthouse. Big secret. Yeah. You're the shit. That's the big secret. And you're remembering that. You're remembering that. And it's not like, ooh, let's pause and have an ego trip. Let's all just trip over stupid. No. A lot of you went even further. You went to devotion. You spent time with yourself. Yeah. You learned about this thing called purpose, what gets you aroused without being degenerative, what gets you excited in life without being destructive. You've learned, like, you know, a whole new octave, a new hue. You've learned how to be a disciple. You learned how to be disciplined. Okay? Stuff like this doesn't just come out your ass. It takes great work. The great work. It takes devotion, time, sitting with yourself. Sitting with yourself, learning yourself. You know, you were your first contact. This has nothing to do with the message, but yet it does. I'm going to just keep going until I feel pulled. A lot of you had to tarry, connect with your avatar on a deep level. That's why bullshit can't work on you no more. That petty shit. You're too in tune with yourself. You're way too in tune. Shit doesn't get past you. That's not a little thing. That took work. Hold on, I want to play this song. I want something with words. Not that, we'll get into the message. This one's called Wish for You.
Oh, here I am again. I am raw. Mighty living. This time I'ma give my all. Listen, I'll be back to the source.
You're not alone. You're not alone. Do you hear me? You think you're alone. I'm gonna look over here so you don't get offended. You think you're alone. That's because you're stupid. Your thinking is limited. You have non-local groups watching you. And they're watching you how you hold coherence. And you're doing it with grace. You're doing it with style. I'm not talking about mortals watching me. I'm not talking about false people in false places. I'm talking about non-local, not carbon. They're not even, they're outside watching. We're about to rapture the veil. Hold coherence during this passage. Who give a fuck what a mortal think? Stay true to yourself. They want to act like they don't see you when you're the brightest thing. You're so bright. You're brilliant, you're beautiful, you're radiant. These words mean something. They're not just out my ass. More than that, you want to articulate yourself. You're standing up for the collective. These are things of gods. These are things of leaders. These aren't basic shit. Of course, you can get better, but the only way to get better is by doing it, by actually showing up. You're willing. That willing, you're willing. That will is non-local will. That's not just ooey. Despite how you feel. You're still gonna take the trash out. You're still gonna show up despite how you feel. People want to be like, getting seen is so attractive. Like, no, sometimes you don't want to be seen, but you still got to do it. Because this ain't about me. And it ain't about you. That should bring a relief. Then what is it about, Corey? It's about harmony. How can we meet in the middle? How can we meet in the middle? We had to learn that consciously. We had to learn to be trinary. Not bipolar, trinary. We had to develop ourselves. Not only did we become the three trinary, but we became the three moving through time and space, which is 4, 5, 6. That's the next octave. I don't want to lose nobody. That's the next hue. And you've done that and you have solidified it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. I got 7 people here. Ashe, welcome, welcome. I don't remember saying hi to 7 people. Welcome, welcome. I want to say it again. Tonight is about the final moon that we're having tomorrow. We will have a water ceremony, so be sure to have your water ready. We're going to get into this. We about to get into this. You're in a safe place tonight. You're in a safe place. Welcome, welcome. I want to start by saying nothing here is random. And if you're hearing this, your field has screamed yes. Okay? Oh, I can go in. I can go in. Woo! I'm going to stay on task. Because a lot of you have been proven stable. You know how people talk? They talk about being stable. They got metaphors. But you, my friend, have been proven stable. None of this kitchen witch shit is working. Gang stalkers and all this shit ain't working. It doesn't even, what the fuck? You're too high vibration. An old you, hold on, I'm not just talking out my ass. An old you would have lost your whole identity. You would have lost everything. You would have fucking crashed out. But if you resonate with me at all, the last couple of days you felt something and you just push through it. Realizing that you really are a unicorn. Realizing that you have a spine, you have an antenna. Realizing that you're not going to lose yourself in sound and the vibrations. But you got structure. That's what we're calling solar stability. Soul stability. You're not losing yourself. Okay? It's a big deal. So what do we have today? Let's talk about the sections. Okay? We're going to be talking about the opening of the field and the planetary orientation that we're going through. We're talking about the sun's arc. Yes. Even back in Scorpio, where we had to redefine, go through a whole death process, and then Sagittarius, the horizon, gonna slingshot us. Okay? Then we got the new moon transmission, the actual transmission, the meat and potatoes, the seed planting and the alignments. Then we got the integration of the star commanders that are activating. That is you, that is me, in full effect. Okay? Then we got the Lighthouse era / transmission is going to seal it. And then we're going to have the water ceremony with the 10 decrees at the end. How beautiful. This is a planetary transmission of Sagittarius to new moon. The signal is live. This is the final reset, family. The new moon. New trajectory. Get it locked in. Listen, what do you think Sag is all about, family? What the fuck do you think Sag is all about? We're talking long-term effects. Are you into trajectory to long-term? Are you in alignment? It's not, I don't even want to talk about it. Are you about it? You know, this is what this whole month's been about trajectory. Do you even know what the word trajectory means? People, a lot of things we're doing. See, time is a beautiful thing. People want to escape time, but time is beautiful. And when you finish a cycle, you mastered all cycles, and then you realize some of the things you're doing now isn't just for now. Okay? That's what a trajectory is. Okay? Some of the stuff we did in Cancer, the internal, the infrastructure is the architecture, the inhale and exhale of God. Okay? So a lot of things we're doing now in a 2-week program, it ain't going to pop out your ass. It literally requires devotion, diligence, and discipline to finish a cycle. Okay? You got a flash goal. What does that mean? Let me view it. What does that mean? Okay. The field is open, family. I want to start by saying welcome, beautiful planetary souls. Welcome, star commanders, lighthouse bearers. Welcome, the grid holders. That's you. Even the quiet architects of the new earth. That is you. A lot of you are so fucking ahead of your time. So ahead of your time. But I want to welcome you to this field. This ain't just a room. Surely by now, you know that. This isn't just space. This isn't just time. Okay? Welcome. This isn't just a broadcast. This is not a moment in time. But I want this to be a convergence point. Where consciousness, intentions, and frequency lock the fuck in. Okay? Not many people know this. 1212 through 1221 is an actual passage. I didn't know this, but ever since I start learning shit, I don't stop running my mouth because I want everybody to know. Okay? During this time, your personal cycles are clear. Collective cycles, cleared. Planetary, cosmic cycles are, how about this? They're aligned. Instead of clear, they're aligned. Okay? The human resonance is aligned. So we have an opportunity to time travel, to shift. Accordance. I'm going to say again that this is not a show. Thank you for the roses, Bethany. I do have a flash goal, guys, if you want to gift me the flash goals. I hate asking. But, yeah, let's get the ball moving. Come on, this ain't a show. This ain't a show, family. This is a whole ass signal. A whole ass signal. Tonight you didn't arrive by accident. Welcome, Dreamwalker. Tonight you definitely did not arrive by accident, okay? You have followed a resonance. It's your nervous system reorganized a frequency before your mind could even explain it. That's how advanced and intelligent you are. That's how you know you belong here, family. And if you're tuning in, and if you're plugging in, you are not a spectator. You're not a basic anything. You're not a basic anything. Welcome, Supernova. Glad I showed up. Yes, I'm glad you showed up and you're present. Yes, you're amplifying the field. You're not just a bystander. You're not just a spectator. You're a whole ass fucking node. You need to know what that means. Do you know what that means? Do you know what a node is? You're a node. You're a node. Okay. Let's say, right? Quick example. Nothing serious. I'm a geek. I'll make a whole fucking world. Stop playing with me. So you got the electric magnetic field, and here you are, right? You pierce the veil and you lift it and it makes a cone. Hold on. You rupture the veil. Hold on. Because I think you hear me. I think you hear me, but I don't think you hear me. You hear me, but I don't think you hear me. Every day you decide to wake up in coherence and you claiming your signal instead of being ran through. You got beings who can only live on this realm. They can only live here. People, places, things, the density. Yo, thank you for liking the video, guys. Thank you for showing up. So there's people that can only live on this realm, but you pierce the realm. Like a unicorn, you pierce it, right? Kind of like your birth, you crossed over, your head's there, but your body ain't. You had to tarry. Some of us are in between holding space so we can midwife people, but that's not the point. Listen up. And because you raised it, you made a cone effect, a vortex, and other souls can swim up too. You're a node in the net. Okay? You're not just a spectator. Did you guys do that flash goal? Damn, bro. Oh, no. I got 2 more heart me's, guys. Come on. Welcome, welcome. If I missed you, let me know. No pressure. I don't want to force anybody to send me heart me's, but I want to get used to saying it. I want to get in the rhythm. All right, so for the new ones here, this is the final new moon of the 2025, the Lighthouse era. A node. You're a lighthouse. You're not just a lighthouse, but imagine being a moving lighthouse. That sounds like a whole paradox. Well, that's what you are. You're a whole paradox. You're walking stillness. You're androgynous. That's not where we stop and have an ego trip and party. No, you need to know this. You need to know this. That's only the tip. Okay? All right, moving on. You're not just a spectator, family. Let's be real with each other. You're not just a spectator. Welcome, Trina. I don't know if I said hi to you. Someone new here. I didn't say hi to him yet. Welcome, Dan. Welcome. Ashe, guys, thank you for the heart me. Welcome, Hutchison. I see you. You guys are blessing me. Ashe. Come on. Tonight, you did not arrive by accident. You have followed your resonance. By now, you guys are becoming more aware of resonance. Resonance is all. Because you could be here and not be here. You know that, right? You could be here and not be here. You could be here and your head be at work. Your head be about your relationships. Your head could be somewhere else. You could be fragmented. So, welcome. I want this to be a cosmic checkpoint for all of us. Because no one knows what you have gone through. But it is felt. And that is undeniable. There's certain things you can bullshit, right? Then there's certain things you can't. And if you're still standing today, that means somewhere in your life you have integrity. Because without integrity, you would not be standing. You would be running to the fucking fro right now, trying to find your whole ass. You would have identity issues. You'd be looking for yourself. But we already went on that quest. The ones that are here, I'm just going to assume. Okay? The ones that are here went on quests already. Welcome, Sandy. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Certain quests like, who am I? Certain quests is like, where's the power? A lot of you been in your North Node spiritually for a very long time. You've been holding space. Okay? Welcome, Margaret. We just getting started. Who else? Welcome, welcome. That interaction is more important than my words, Lucifer. It's more important than intellect. Some of you are very sensitive. You see light, you feel light. That is a higher intellect. A lot of people don't have the intelligence to even perceive what's going on. Welcome, Stephanie. Come on, guys. Thank you for circulating. Thank you for being here. I want this to be a cosmic checkpoint, okay? If you're here, you're not a basic anything. And I'm going to talk to you like the fucking superhero you are, okay? I'm going to talk to you like the god you are, or the goddess you are. You have unlimited probability. Let's fucking be real, okay? This is not about feelings. You just got to be around radical, radiant people, like-minded people that charge your ass. That make you feel like, oh shit, now I'm ready. Let's go. That's not just happenstance. You understand? You're a real life superhero. An influencer. A real life influencer. Changing people's fucking lives. This is the part of the Lighthouse, Star Commander, Oversoul. Okay? So, as a cosmic checkpoint, we gather beneath the final new moon of 2025. This is very rare energetic checkpoint where the entire year exhales. It exhales. In the next cycle, it inhales. We call this the winter solstice. Okay? So we got the up the equator and down the equator like a snake going like this. You got the equator, then we got the sound wave. Sound wave moving. And every time it goes up, down, up, we call that to inhale, and that's the breath of God. That's what we call the breath of God. Why did my brightness change? Down, up, we call that to inhale, and that's the breath of God. That's what we call the breath of God. Why did my brightness change? Monitoring my phone and they fucked up, they slipped. What else is new, right? Who give a fuck? That's that energy a lot of us had to tarry for. Over it energy. Anybody else over it? If you're not over it, then maybe you need to fall on your face a little bit more. Because a lot of us are wielding I'm over it energy. And that's a very fucking power. It's a very sharp energy. More than likely, if you're doing something, you're doing it. You don't bullshit no more. You have higher standards. You value certain things. Your borders went up. You realize, you know, you're not working off survival. You're working off value, coherence. You don't got time for bullshit, and you never did. You just had a little identity issue because you had to rebuild yourself. You know, your human form was your first contact. Yeah, I know you know everything. I'm just saying. You had to fall in love with yourself before you can be any assistance to anybody. That's what the higher-ups are watching. You have non-local beings seeing if you can hold coherence under yourself without being influenced. Without fucking crashing out and losing your mind. How you can be integrated in your light and darkness, let alone hold space for others and help them. What makes you think you're going to get keys to anything if you can't even wield your own ship? Don't get me started. If you're here, you've been through a lot. Okay? Otherwise, you would not be here. I promise you, I would have disturbed you upon arrival. If you're here, you went on a soul retrieval and you have a solar embryo. It's a big deal. Because now you're moving different. You're moving with the knowing. You're moving with the maturity. Your tone is different. This is a sound field. All things are light and sound. And guess the fuck what? You got both. You got both. You see how simple it is as you ascend? It's not as dense and hard. It's actually simpler. It should bring you peace. It should relax your nervous system. Because you don't lack a damn thing. Your tone is changed. Because your tone changed, everything's changing. Everything is going to show the aspects of your tone reflected back. So expect your tone to disturb people. It's nothing personal. Daddy's home. You got that energy. You got your soul. You got your confidence. It's nothing personal, but it will sting a demon, I promise you. It will put a demon real quick in its place because, I don't know, they don't have a spine. They lose themselves in the sound field. Welcome, Amy. Just getting started. I'm busting down cosmic non-local intelligence, letting you know this is a cosmic checkpoint, and you're not a basic bitch. I will not allow you to think that way. We're at a point where ignorance is betrayal. You understand? You not realizing your power is betrayal. You not stepping in your full radiance is a form of betrayal. You did not just, some of us, 8 to 12 years. I had someone here who said 30 years of tearing, going through some shit just to be stationed, erected, coherent, to finally be on the realm. It's not a little thing. Liam said, yes, I triggered the hell out of people, somebody. You know what? Sometimes you got to. People be stagnant. We don't run from triggers. We don't lose our identity from triggers. You see a trigger and it's like, whoa, what is this? What is this trigger telling me? Now, that's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. Hell no. But it does take a master. I'm not a master over people. I'm a master of my environment because I've mastered my body, the real technology. Okay? And sometimes you got to trigger people, especially when your heart's in a good place, especially when you're standing on universal principles. It ain't a personal thing. People want to make shit personal. But when you're standing in the universal alignment, nothing is personal. It's holistic. It's not personified. It's not my feelings. And it's because of that, it's regenerative. Because you're not left versus right and you're biofracted, you leave feeling better. You don't leave feeling lesser than. And that's what we want. Not only do we want to get there in vibration, in the spirit, we want to construct there. Do you hear me? Let me go in real quick. Because this kind of encapsulates what all... Oh, I'm getting hot. Scorpio season, Sagittarius season, what it all encapsulates. And if somehow you're too good for this, well then that is your sign to fucking leave and never come back. Never come back, you bitter bitch. Okay? This is about self-development. Okay? This isn't symbolic. This is literal physics. Literal physics. I will be having a water ceremony at the end. How can we stay in harmony? How can we... See, I almost lost it. How can we stay universal? Well, when you separate yourself from every little thing, realizing you're not the atoms, you're not the story, you're not the narrative. This ain't about Corey, King Chang's. That's just a brand I made. That's just a fucking face. This ain't about me. This ain't sure as hell ain't about you. Then it leads to say, what is it about? What the fuck is it about then? Because a lot of people only know binary. They only know angel and demon. They don't know. How can we meet in the middle? M, the middle, mama. The middle of the alpha beta. How can we meet in the middle? Not only can we meet in the middle, but we can build on the middle. Ashe. For the ones with no voice, that's why I'm here. Ashe. I can go in right now. I'm going to keep it moving, though. This isn't just symbolic, family. This is literal physics. You guys went through a lot of developing to be here. Who are you kidding? You should be over it. You should be annoyed. You should be pissed off. You should. Now, what are you going to do with that energy instead of running away from the energy? You got fucking people trying to eliminate the human spirit. See, I'm not even trying. I'm my tone. I want you to feel this energy. There's no good or bad energy. Stop losing yourself. Realize that you're a conductor. You take this energy, blah, 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 and you make shit from it. We don't lose our identity and energy, but it's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want to be more. Okay? But what are you going to do about it? Are you pissed off enough to devote time and space to be better? Are you pissed off enough to say, you know what? I'm going to stay up all night and learn something new for a change. I'm going to fucking stay up all night and learn how to fucking communicate. I'm going to stay up all night and fucking work on my emotional state of being. That takes a selfless love. And you've done that. Okay? Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you for the share, Jamie. This new moon is a 0 point. Do you hear me? A moment where light collapses inward, where potential reorganizes itself before it takes form. And when it's the last new moon of the year, you see, when we finish a cycle, we finish all cycles. That's why time is going to stretch and lag. Time is a field, okay? I talked about this before. I don't really feel like getting into it again. But time is a field. It could drag or it can fucking fly. Okay? Anyways, listen. A lot of you are off the wheel. That's another conversation. That doesn't mean you're like, that means you're on your purpose then, right? That means you're coherent then, right? That means you're helping the collective, because this new cycle has no room for you if you're trying to live under yourself. You don't even have the right ship oculars. You don't have the right instruments. It's a different octave, a different hue. And it's more than likely, if you're not living up to universal standards, you're a crash out degenerate. Okay? Yeah. Being numb ain't cool. Capitalism ain't cool. Competition ain't cool. That's a veil that's being torn apart. That's not us. You were designed to love, to give. It should feel weird when you didn't live like that. It should feel weird when you weren't in your purpose. You should feel weird when you go to bed and like, damn, man. Damn. You should. It's called conviction. It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be over it. You're not the person that wants to sit in a room, sing kumbaya, and make peace with being a slave. That's not okay. You're a real one. This is where the margin for distortion disappears. If you look to your left, look to your right, there's more than likely nobody around right now. This passage only fits one. And I don't want you looking for comfort, looking for things of validation. If you're alone, enjoy it. That's going to change at 12:21, I promise you. Promise you. Just stay coherent. For this is the time where your trajectory is setting, your phase locking in. This is where timelines bend, because they do, buddy. And your intentions become the instructions. Now, every cycle, the sun passes from the underworld to the horizon. We all know this. Welcome, Holy Misfit. Welcome, Amy. I don't know if I said hi to you, but you've been showing me mad love, guys. Thank you. The moon does not move alone. It always speaks in a dialogue with the sun. These energies. And the sun has just carried us through a serious passage, okay? From the depths of Scorpio into the open fire of Sagittarius. This wasn't just an astrology for entertainment. This was a whole field engineering. Some of you are not even close to being the same. Your field, your omega field. Because that Scorpion season took you underground, sub-level, into your shadow aspects, into the truth without makeup, into the pieces where your own identity has fractured and where a lot of false strengths are collapsing. And you have felt it. You felt the pressure, the purging, the emotional compression. And you know this ain't from a punishment standpoint. If anything, this is probably the most clarity you had in a cycle in a long time. You realizing that it was for refinement because you're stepping into a cosmic, non-local version of yourself. We call this the forge. Do you know what a forge is? Hear me, Scorpio did not destroy you. It stripped you down to your nucleus. That's why you're very raw, vulnerable. Things are exposed at their nucleus. Things are very real since Scorpio. And we've been building off of what's very real since Scorpio. And when you build off of what is real, right, and what is true and authenticity, guess how long it lasts? It quite literally lasts forever. That's the only thing that can outlast the test of time. A lot of you are building a whole new ecosystem. You're building a whole new world. And I'll tell you what, if people don't come correct, they're not even going to be able to phase in. They're not even going to be able to phase in. They don't have the structure. They don't have the structure. Okay? It's not like trauma didn't disappear, but no, you converted it into data. You're able to observe things that would have fucking crushed you. You're able to look at it and not lose your whole identity. This ain't just a little thing, okay? Grief didn't just vanish out of thin air, but it became intelligence. Fear didn't leave. You understand? The hero and the coward feel the same energy. It didn't just fucking leave, but it rewired into discernment. Welcome, Liam. It's always an honor. Trina said, thank God, for real, for real. This is literally how evolution happens. And I tell you what, it's not through comfort, but it's through your precision. A lot of you are more calculated. A lot of you ain't playing stupid no more. You don't do stupid shit. Let's be real. You're not dumb anymore, okay? You have more self-love, self-respect. And because you have that for yourself, I promise you, ain't nobody going to be in your presence unless they have that same or more. Your energetic body will not allow it, because your magnetism does not only attract, but it will punch subtle energies in their throat. Okay? The underworld is not a grave. You understand? I need you to hear me. I love the underworld, because people that are real, got nothing to hide, we thrive. Those with the hearts like David, we thrive. Things are being revealed. This is not a graveyard. It is a forge. Clash of the Titans. Bang! Bang! That's what's happening here. Bending out elements, metals. Your subtle bodies, my subtle bodies, we're hitting each other. Your ship is getting stronger. If you can tarry, if you can sit here and relax and breathe, maybe. If you love yourself, I don't know. I don't see why you would sit somewhere and not want to resonate. That's weird, right? That's what demons do, because they want to be separate. They want to be an island unto themselves. The Sagittarius ignites the arc. So now we have the sun rising. It's in Sagittarius. That's where everything changed. Okay? Sagittarius does not care what hurts you. It asks, where are we going now? You see how the energy shifts? This is where your vision has returned. The horizon has widened. Sagittarius is all about long-term. Big Daddy energy erected. You're either on your horsey ready to slay, or you're going to get ran through. That's not personal. That's not personal. You need to know this. We can make it personal, but it ain't personal. This is where the meaning of things, meaning of life itself snaps back online. Okay, a lot of you, it happened to you this month. Okay, this is the moon that's going to seal everything. What was compressed is now finally expanding. What has been purified through the fire. Because Scorpio, listen, not many people know the story of Scorpio. Death ain't an end-all. Death is a process. Death is a cycle. It's a cycle of 3, Osiris, and you have completed the cycle. You went through death and betrayal, the sting. Before it was the phoenix, it was the scorpion king, the scorpion royalty. A lot of you are royalty. You've been betrayed, you've been hurt. And you came out a blazing phoenix with the fire of the gods, Prometheus. Okay? Well, you do or you don't. It's going to be seen. Fuck talking about it. You're going to be seen as functional, as coherent. Okay? So what was compressed is now expanding like the breath. What was purified can now move freely. What survived can now lead. And if you're here, I bet my bottom dollar you're a leader. Okay? Bet my bottom dollar you're extra. You're androgynous. You're always too much and not enough at the same time. That's because you hold the harmonics. You hold harmony in a binary world, okay? This is the moment where the soul stops surviving, and this is where we start navigating. This is what this whole month has been about, and this moon's going to seal it. The transmission you're holding. Tonight we hold a dual current. Well, what is that? Refinement and the seed. Closure and ignition. Ignition, getting ignited. You know, a lot of people have, 78% of the collective is dormant. They're on ice. They're frozen. Okay, so if you look outside of you, which is a failure to begin with, but just know you hold the codes of the ignition. You need to realize that. You hold the Phoenix codes. You hold revival. You hold, let's go. Let's get it. These are things you can buy at Walmart. Hold on, I feel like you need to see my face because my face carries an asshole energy. This ain't shit you can find at Walmart. Okay? When you want to start undermining things of the spirit, you become a bitter bitch. You become a warlock and a witch, and then that's why your bitch ass is locked out of heaven. You're locked out of the cosmos. All this intellect, Lucifer. I'm serious. There's a reason why my words punch. There's a reason why I go on this tangent. Because a lot of us know what it's like not to have it. A lot of your inheritance is fruits of the spirit, like inspiration, the will to get out of bed, the will. Woo! Shoveling the driveway, not being tired, but instead you're like, what can I do now? What can I do next? You're not always in recovery. You're not limp dick about everything. You're not fighting everybody. You're not a bitter bitch. You're able to connect. This is what humanity needs. This is why you tarried. It's not just a metaphor. I refuse. And this is how you're going to know those from not, from those that are functioning in spirit. They're going to be functional. They're going to be stationed. This is closure and ignition, memory and trajectory, refinement and the seed. You're not here to wish for anything. We are here to encode. We will plant instructions into the field tonight, and we will stabilize clarity. And I will acknowledge the beautiful people in this room, the star commanders, the star commander that's within you. Not as an ego, but as responsibility. Listen, I didn't say your story. I didn't say how you feel. You think I give a fuck about any of that? You know how toxic it is for you to make me want to care? You think oversouls give a fuck about your reasoning mind? You need to get in alignment, baby. This next level is a demand, a deployment. It's not optional. Trust me, when you fucking get in alignment with that, you're going to feel better. Because there's things you're carrying that you're not meant to carry. Okay? Because when coherence reaches a certain threshold, which a lot of you have, leaders become unavoidable. You're being watched by non-local aspects. They're watching you and they want to make sure you can hold this coherence for at least a cycle. Damn, bro. Can you hold a cycle without fucking crashing out, losing your whole shit? Can you get self-erected? Can you turn yourself on? Can you find the inspiration to live, the will to live, to be more by yourself? How are you going to hold space for others? How are you going to be a universal guardian for others when you're fucking struggling on your own self? Do you have enough self-love and self-evaluation to self-regulate yourself? Because if you don't, no hard feelings. Just go the fuck over there. Go the fuck over there. And before you want to make it personal, this is universal. I didn't make this bar. Okay? That's why I'm able to be confident like this. You can too. It's a bitch when you're on the wrong side of the law. I get it. Okay? I want to say welcome to all that are coming in. This is a message on the final new moon of the 2025. Ashe. I'm here to tell you to remember who the fuck you are. And if you already do, and somehow you're biofracted and you think I'm against you, one, you can leave. But two, I just want to say, you're not. And you're not here to follow any signals. You're here to be the signal. You're here to be the pulse. You're here to be the echo. I'm not here to convince you of nothing, please. I'm not even saying please, bro. I'm not that little angel. A lot of us aren't those cherubims we used to. A lot of us are stepping into archangels, oversoul. So we're moving different. I'm not here to convince you. Are you kidding me? I'm not here to control you, manipulate you. That's some limp dick loser shit. That's what losers do, okay? I'm here to radiate bombastically. I'm here to radiate radically. These words mean something. Bombastic. Welcome, sunshine. You're not here to rush the future, but you are definitely here to anchor. What do you think trajectory means? What do you think a trajectory is? This is not just a metaphor. This is not just idealism. This is full-on biology that is fully catching up to your consciousness. This is the species remembering its upward arc. This is where we begin the activation. Welcome. Welcome to this transmission. Welcome to the field. Welcome back to yourself. This is the last new moon of 2025. This is where literally endings are sealed. Seeds are locked in and the future begins to fucking listen. This is what it means to be in trajectory. Every one of you should be pivoting yourself to trajectory. Your head, where you're heading, your face towards your north node. Okay? I'm here to tell you to stand steady, hold clean, and stay present. Welcome, Joseph. Ashe. Thank you for the follow, Hectic. Let's go. Stand steady, hold clear, and stay present. You are needed during this time. And this is where we activate fate, baby. I'm feeling the heat. This is the sun's arc. We went through the Scorpion descent to the Sagittarius ignition. Welcome, Cottage. Cosmic Phoenix transmission. You know, before it was the Phoenix, it was the Scorpion. Realizing that death is a process, it's not an end-all, be-all, that there's literally a circuit, Osiris. The resurrection, the erection, getting erected. Before it was a Phoenix, your ass got fucking betrayed. The sting of death being dormant. This is why you carry Phoenix. Activation. Okay? Like I always use the story, I'm going to use it again. Imagine being that guy at work always talking about his Lamborghini but never drives it. Never drives it, but he has a holographic pictures and he's showing everybody, oh, look at my Lamborghini. And then someone like you pulls up and says, why don't you drive it? That person says, it's because it doesn't have an ignition. You can't get mad at your external world for being dormant. You hold the codes. You hold the ignition. You can only get mad at yourself and realize how important you are. That you carry the spark. Things pop when you pop. Okay? You're the walking, living prophecy. This isn't feelings, right? This isn't church. Okay? You need to realize how literal this is. Okay? A lot of you are getting used to a new tempo, a new rhythm. Okay? And it may be turbulent at first, but we call that birth. You're adjusting. It's called recalibrating your nervous system, your mind, your body, resetting everything. So you can be in tune with yourself and connected with Gaia. Okay? The Cosmic Phoenix transmission to my quantum tech, the sun doesn't describe who you are. It trains what you can become. The sun is a server of photonic intelligence, the Solomon temple of non-local intelligence. That's what plasma is. Okay? And you are the solar architecture. A lot of you went on a soul retrieval. Okay? Now, before the moon plants anything, we have to acknowledge what the sun has already completed. The sun's been in Sag. The moon is hitting Sag. The sun has been in Sag. Okay? The sun is not just symbolic. The sun is direction. You want a directive? You want direction? Then you should probably listen up. The sun governs identity, vitality, your consciousness, and what else? Trajectory. Where the sun moves, guess who follows? Species. All life follows. Let's just be clear. But more importantly, the new species follows. So over the last cycle, the sun has carried the collective through a precise evolutionary passage. Okay? A lot of you are in your omega ships. A lot of you are in alignments. A lot of you are already in your north node spiritually. Okay? Now you just got to hold it. You carry a cosmic phoenix planetary arc. And we did this from Scorpio underworld refinement into Sagittarian horizon ignition. Okay? Every one of you, I want to see you shining bright in your superhero outfit on your horsey, ready to slay this underworld. Yeah. Listen. Uncle Corey about to have a moment. Listen, you not realizing that you're that motherfucker, you not realizing how amazing you are and how powerful you are is beginning to be a form of betrayal. It's kind of sad. You think Daddy Trump's going to do, what do you think, this MK Ultra's going to help you? What do you think, AI? AI is waiting for a command prompt, and you're the star commander. Every day you don't want to show up in your fullness and your radiance. You're betraying me. You're betraying your family. You're betraying the universe. I don't want to hear it. I really don't care how you feel either. You're going to need something greater than your feelings. It's called your oversoul. Go on a soul retrieval. A lot of you have. There's a reason why I have to go off, because I'm temperamenting the water. I want weirdos to feel weird in here. Okay? Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you. He said someone said I look damper today. Thank you for being here. So this is not just astrology commentary. This is literally astrology as architecture. Okay, Scorpio is the underworld of refinement of what actually happened when the sun moves through the Scorpio. It activated shadow material, emotional density, survival-based identity, and ancestral and subconscious programming. Scorpio does not ask if something is true. It forces truth to surface. This is why the last cycle felt heavy. This is why triggers appeared. This is why breakdowns, endings, and emotional exposure and identity destabilization occurred. Okay? I trust you're listening. And I know I went all the way back to Scorpio, but understand that the underworld is a process of forging. It's not a graveyard. It's a process of forging. Okay? This is why the last cycle literally felt heavy. Not because something was wrong, but because what was no longer was valid. You outgrew shit. Don't you feel like you outgrew some shit? It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to be over it. Bypassing it and ignoring it, you're not going to be able to wield that kind of energy. When you start getting over it and you, I'm telling you, it's a very strong ass energy. It is felt. Because you're not a sacrificial anything anymore. It's more likely you're moving with purpose now. You're moving with intentions now. Okay? Scorpio did not test you, but it re-engineered you. Now you're looking at shadow as unread data. You're not losing your whole identity when things pop up. Every trigger you experience was a data packet. Okay? You got handlers and people watching you like, damn, that shit ain't working no more. Yeah. Big stepper. Every emotional collapse was a bandwidth expansion. They made a superhero out of you, a superhuman out of you. Every moment of grief, fear, or shame was information coming online. You had substance. You had your own backbone. They thought you would have collapsed under your own self, like you didn't love yourself, like you would have been crawling back to what is comfortable, like you lack self-love. But no. What felt like death was actually soldiering your nervous system, your emotional body. And your identity is rewiring, being refined so it can hold more voltage. A lot of you are getting light from the sun and you're not busting loads. You're not crashing out. You're being responsible with it. You're maturing. You're co-creating with reality and you're not losing yourself. Okay? You're going to be holding more voltage. You're going to be doing less and it's going to punch a lot more. Okay? You have took trauma. You have took trauma, okay? Ancestral, meaning things that had nothing to do with you, that was before you have took trauma and you have turned it into intelligence. Welcome, Brooke. Welcome, Emily. Welcome, Sunshine. You have took trauma and made it intelligence. That's not a little thing. If you're disembodied over there, I'm sure the words are just hitting the ground. But if you actually done any type of self-development, you know that's a big deal. That's because you're a royal monarch. You're not a basic anything. You understand? You took trauma and converted it into intelligence. You have took fear, recalibrated it into discernment. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that? Fucking someone tries to fear you. Try to step into fear. Instead of fucking running, you sit there and you're like, yeah, not today, Satan. You have neutralized shame into clarity. You have neutralized shame into clarity. Realizing that you're not shame. You're not your story. You're not what people want to impress upon you. You're not what the disembodied bumblefucks are watching, just being an observer. Okay? That's a reflection of themselves. Okay? You are unconditional love-based being. And anything that's separating you from that needs to die. It needs to go. Okay? Welcome 4C3. Come on. Alchemist for real. Rizzy, come on. I want to make sure I read your comments. I'm putting this on YouTube, and every comment is charging the alchemical, it's charging the primordial water. Okay? There's no shadows left in Scorpio. There's only unprocessed data. And it's completing its cycle. The collective was not failing, even though it felt like it was. The collective was not spiraling. Humanity entered a mass nervous system recalibration. Okay? And the nodes had to go first. A lot of you are those nodes. Okay? Old identity templates have fully dissolved. You're not even the same person. Outdated emotional programmings was fragmented. Survive-based patterns collapsed under their own weight. When you pulled back, all this survival, me versus you shit, all collapsed under its own dissonance. Because now you're building off of value. You're not building off of survival. Okay? This is not cruelty. Let things fall on their face. If they're not built out of, if it has no integrity, it's only a matter of what? Time will show all. It's only a matter of time before intention is revealed. It's only a matter of time before it fucking collapses under its own dissonance. You just got to let go. And if it falls, you want it to fall. So then you can rebuild it on the true cornerstone. You want people to fucking fall on their face so they can rebuild themselves off of their nucleus, not off of what they've been impressed upon. So they can actually stand for something. Okay? This isn't cruelty. Go F yourself. If you really love like your lip service, you're going to stand for something. You're going to be erected in your spirit, and you're going to have a purpose. Otherwise, you're a punk, bro. You're a walking metaphor. You love the idea of something instead of being that. You're the person that says, I love you, but doesn't show up type person. You're the person that says, I'll always be there for you. And the minute you need them, they're nowhere to be found. That's called a disembodied bumblefuck. Okay? I try to tell you this underworld was not punishment, but it has forged you into an elite, celestial, big stepper. Act like it. You know now that every collapse was initiation and every heartbreak was transmission. And every moment of despair was a code rewriting itself. Okay? A lot of you had to be brought to zero, and you have anchored there. You made it home. There's no richer than zero. There's no richer than being at zero. There's no richer. You need to know this. And if you don't know this, right, you're going to be brought to zero. There's people that are afraid to be homeless. There's people afraid to not have money. A lot of you been broke. A lot of you been homeless. You've been at zero. And you found a way to be abundant with nothing. You create from nothing. Okay? Yeah, that's how powerful you are. You don't need anything outside of you. You're self-erected, self-governed. You are fully sovereign. This is what the higher-ups want to see. They want to see if you can hold a coherent field on your own. That's right, Emily. They want to see that. Sovereign as fuck. And not for 2 weeks, not a month. They want to see you complete a cycle. Show the central sun that you are stable, that you are secure, that you have matured, that you're ready to step into your divine birthright. That's right, Sunshine. She said disembodied bumblefucks. 70 to 80% of the collective are not even human. You understand? Makes you really think. So, the expansion has arrived. Sagittarius was the ignition in trajectory restoration. A lot of you have been resurrected this month into your natural trajectory. Okay, your natural rhythm, your echo, your own rhythm, your own trajectory. You're back on path. Okay, and when the sun entered Sag, the energy shifted from compression to directive. Now a lot of you are moving with direction. You're moving with directive. You see it in my space. A lot of people just want to chill on the waters. They don't have a soul, right? They don't have a solar embryo. So they want to feel safe because they feel everything. Oh, they have no soul. But the minute you rock the boat, the minute a narrative comes, they lose their self because they're identifying with the field. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. A lot of you are speaking with direction. You're speaking with directive. This ain't a place to chill. You can hear it in my voice. I'm calling you to responsibility. I'm calling you to godhood. I'm speaking with the directive. I'm speaking with direction. To a limp dick demon, they take it personal. You understand? I fucking hope you hear me, angelic, because a lot of you are going to be speaking to a fucking nation, and you got to be integrated in your wholeness. and not lose yourself. 11:01 on the time. A lot of you are moving and speaking with direction. A lot of people don't want directive because that means you got to be devoted. You got to be disciplined. You got to stand for something. That means you got to move, bitch. A lot of people are not selfless. They're not willing to sacrifice anything, let alone for the greater good of even themselves. And you wonder why I get irritated. I've been doing this for years. That's not a woe is me or a brag. It's just a simple fact. You're moving with direction. You're not wandering anymore. Do you see the difference? Listen, I hope if you can't see the difference, I hope you can feel it. You're not wandering, losing your identity, but you're moving with an assurity and a knowing. You're moving with a directive. You have love, value yourself. It makes people uncomfortable. You can transverse the 7 seas, Poseidon, and not lose yourself. It's not a little thing, and when you want to act like that's a little thing, come here. You know what you become? Come here. You become a bitter bitch. Locked out of heaven. Because you got all this intellect, Lucifer, but you're so far out of your body. Yeah, I hope that stings. I know I got new people in here, bro. The Sagittarius is giving you direction to a trajectory. Your soul should be like, yes. A lot of us masculines were healing, putting ourselves together, and all we ever wanted was a directive, divine. Where, how, who, what, where, I'm ready. Who am I slaying? Who am I loving? What am I doing? Give me direction, God. What the fuck? The directive and direction is important. A lot of you had to tarry for that. Time isn't what you think it is. A month can feel like a fucking eternity. It's a field. Time is a vibration. It's an alignment. And now that Sagittarius has been here, it's been governing the meaning of shit. What's the meaning of shit? It's been aligning you back in trajectory. It's been re-establishing order, resetting your nervous system, has getting you into a full-ass alignment for what? For what? For what? For your purpose. For direction. For meaning. For vision. For belief. A higher perspective, the higher mind, Sag. The higher mind, higher things, higher aspects, not like your feelings type shit. Kind of like higher things, non-local things, like universal things. That kind of trajectory. Scorpio dismantles, Sagittarius reorients shit. This is where the horizon opens and the sky returns. Purpose stops feeling theoretical and starts feeling inevitable. You get this itch. You get this itch. You go to bed feeling weird when you weren't in your purpose. You should feel weird. You're getting back to your original state. A lot of us are here to serve and love. I'm not King Chains because it's cute. I'm here because I'm a servant and I serve and I feel weird when I don't, when mama calls me. I feel weird, bro. Come to find out, that's actually normal, Corey. That's actually normal. I can't afford to wait for dormant motherfuckers. Son of a bitch. Feel that heat rising. Don't run from it. Feel it rising. Welcome, Dro. This is the ignition. You're being ignited. You don't get ignited to chill. Things on ice die. Things that are comfortable die. Things frozen die. Hell's not on fire. Hell is void of life. It is frozen. It is petrified. It is lacking soul. You better get aroused. You better get activated or fucking leave. Let it be known in the 9 realms. I'm not one to fuck with, bro. And if you're still in here after me going off, realize it's not personal, but it's structure. It's structural that I do that. How dare I hold space and not have standards? How dare I hold space and not garden it? And if you can tarry in this space and not lose your whole fucking being, let that show how fucking powerful you are beyond words. This is the ignition. You either got it or you don't, bro. This is the arrow pulling back. not to restrain you, but to launch your ass with what? Precision. Precision, accuracy, sniper level. Welcome, Alchemist. I like that name. Hope returns as instinct. Sagittarius does not soothe your emotions, but it is going to restore your navigation. A lot of you are moving with purpose, direction, and that disturbs a motherfucker. I'm telling you. You're a disturbance in the force because people want to chill on the fabric of reality. They want to just chill and be smooth. And here you come out, running out of the inner earth, flying, blazing with your horsey, coming out, ready to go. That's because you hold the codes of the phoenix. You carry the will of the gods. You carry the fire. Hope is not a feeling. A lot of you carry a biological knowing that there is a future and you are belonging in it. Curiosity wakes the collective mind. Visions are returning to your nervous system. Meaning is snapping back online. Things have meaning again. You have a direction again. This is why this month has been crucial about the Star Commander's identity being fully activated. You're being fully activated. This is a Star Commander archetype and it's activating not as a role, but as a state of coherence. As a state of coherence. You're no longer a seeker. You can hear it in the tone. You can hear it in the dialect. You're no longer waiting for permission. Certainly not waiting for outside validation. Are you kidding me? They had us when we were young. Those days are over. We're no longer cherubims, baby. I'm talking to oversoul archangels in this bitch. I'm talking to full-on Star Commanders. You can't wait for anything. You are the signal. You are the node, Santa. You are the center, Santa. You should know by now when you start getting hot, things start getting popping. The universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. You are a signal carrier. You are a lighthouse, a stabilizer of a planetary field. You're not here to chase clarity. You're here to embody it. You're not here to go looking for fucking motivation. You embody that shit. Welcome, Lucid Hearts. Those things you can't bullshit or buy at Walmart. Things of the spirit you can't bullshit and buy at Walmart. Surely by now you know that. Or do you got to fall on your face again? I'm serious. I have to double talk because there is... It's either you're erected in your spirit, on mission, moving with directive, what we're talking about, moving with purpose like we're talking about, or you're disembodied bumblefuck. You can't say you didn't hear it. I'm not here to persuade anybody. Are you serious? I'm here to orient through my presence. Stability has become your map. Clarity becomes your compass. Coherence becomes the authority. You're showing the central sun that you can stand coherent on your own. You're showing the world that, hey, I get my shit from within. There's computers here that can't do that. They need reason, performance, condition. They need reason to love me. They need reason to like my video when they can't feel me because they don't have the intelligence. I'm serious. They need conditional love, reasoning mind. He said, that's a bar. It really is. Forgot even what I said. We're no longer looking for horizon. You have become the horizon. How about that? How about that? The Phoenix completes the arc. Okay? Scorpio burned the static. Sagittarius is restoring your signal. A lot of you are being restored to your signal. Aligned to your real timeline, your real template, your real tempo, your real rhythm. Not being rushed, not moving after survival, but you're flowing through life as you should. Really think about it, as you should. The compression phase is complete. The ignition phase is activated. You better get activated. I hope you're not here for intellect, Lucifer, because if you are, you're listening slow. You're listening slow. Stephanie said, yes, I feel it. That's the ancient language. Come on. The phoenix is no longer burning just to be chaotic. It's burning clean, precision, and directional. You're wielding the fire like a whole boss. Like a boss. Like a big stepper. Torch the earth. The future is not longer a question, but it is literally transmitting itself through every being who stands present, coherent, and aligned. That's how important you are. You don't just post videos. You're posting light and sound. You're posting an algorithm. You're not just showing your face. You're showing your whole DNA. You're showing structure. You're showing devotion. You're showing self-love. It's not my fault you can't see it. You don't got the right oculus. It's not my fault you listening slow. Some of you just need to be seen. You need to be heard. You need to show up. You need to know you're that motherfucker. And when you want to fucking not be that motherfucker, you're betraying. You want to come in here and have more of a problem with the fact that I'm in my purpose and I'm confident? You're a betrayer. Everything's connected. Tara said, I am that motherfucker. You really are. And you need to be around, you could do whatever you want. I'm just saying you should be around people that lift your ass up. You need to be around radical people, bombastic people, people that are actually about what they're about. If you're the one that's always igniting a conversation, you're always igniting the get together. If you're the one that's always sparking shit, that's because you have a fucking off spark. Like if it wasn't for you, no one would ever hit you up, right? Yeah. Because they're dormant. So, guys, get your water. We're going to do a closing solar transmission and we're going to do a water ceremony. But before we do, I want to get into, I'm getting hot. Damn. We went from the descent to ignition, from underworld furnace to open skies, from survival trajectory, from fragmentation to coherence. They've never seen a version of you. An old version of you, she said, so hot. I'm glad you could feel me. That's what's up. Listen, they've never seen such a coherent, steady, focused, direct person in their life. I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about a human being, a species. They've never seen a species like you that has such non-local will. A person that says, I don't care if I don't eat tomorrow. I'm still going to show up and rattle the cage. You have a non-local will. Your reasoning, your why, it can't be bought. They can't figure it out. You understand how, like, massive that is? That's kind of a big deal, especially when people want to control you. They have no leverage. That's called divine will. Go get some. I've never seen you so fucking whole and coherent, holding so much fire without fucking spilling it, without fucking crashing out. I'm here to tell you, you're not broken, family, but you are refined. This is your reintroduction to the cosmos. Reintroduce yourself. You have every right. Whip it the fuck out. Now that the sun has completed its work in Sagittarius, yay! And we're all here in the commander. We're all ready to bang out missions. This wasn't like it was in fucking Scorpio season. But thank God, Sag energy, the ignition energy. Now we're ready to go. Now we're like, fuck everything. I'm ready to go. Okay? Now that that's passed, now the moon's going to be planting some seeds. Now we're getting into the moon talk. Okay? The moon arriving to plant seeds, so lock in. Lock in. The new moon transmission, the seed planting, and cosmic alignment. So what does this mean for the quantum technicians? What you seed at the 0 point becomes the instructions set for the future. The lunar handoff. And now the moon is entering the field. Now we're starting to talk about the moon. We're talking about mama. The sun has completed its work. Scorpio burned the static. Sag restored the signal. Trajectory has been reoriented. So a lot of you are on the right path. You're locked in. That's right. Your phase locked in. A lot of you, like I said, you've been holding the North Node spiritually for a while, energetically for a while. Okay? Now the new moon is arriving to plant. To plant. This is not a reflective moon. This is an instructural moon. You understand the difference? This is not just any new moon. This is the final new moon of 2025. A closing gate, a 0-point window, a moment where the field listens without distortion, as well as we're going through this 12-12 portal through the 12-21. Okay? This is a sacred passage that only one can fit. So make your moves. Make them precise. Make them clean. Stay on your shit. Get on your horsey. Move with purpose. Okay? As we know, the moon is conjunct the sun, identity plus consciousness. Venus represents values, relationship, and harmony. Mars is action, will, forward motion. This is a compression ignition point. What is chosen here does not stay theoretical. You hear me? This is what the moon is asking. The new moon does not ask for complexity. It wants your honesty. Sagittarius governs truth, belief, the meaning, expansion, the future you're willing to stand behind. So the questions are very direct. What is true now? What values are non-negotiable now? What future are you willing to act towards now? Not just imagine, but act towards now. Action now. The moon does not respond to fantasy. It responds to your alignment. Sagittarius sees a trajectory and not wishes. These are actual seeds of instructions. They're not wishes. Sagittarius does not plant for comfort. It plants for direction. This is a moon for long-range vision. Sagittarius deals with long-term. Okay, long-range vision. Ethical alignment. Authentic expansion. Yep. Authentic expansion. You're going to be doing what you're doing and being you. And being you. You're going to be real. You get to be you and it's going to expand. You're going to be around like other people like that too. Horizon. That scare you just enough to matter. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have a moment where it's either going to scare you or you're going to be ready. And you're going to be ready. Okay? You're not just setting goals for what you want to acquire. You are setting coordinates. You see the difference? For who you are becoming. My ears are ringing. Every intention placed here becomes a signal into the grid. Okay? And it's interesting. We got a planetary grid, relational grid, and a personal grid, as well as this passage we're under. Things are phase locking in, a harmonic lock between your personal cycle, planetary cycle, cosmic cycle, and the Earth's resonance, all locking in for this time. Okay? I can go in on Venus. I'm not. I can go in on Mars. I'm not. But I will go in on Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus in the discernment that it will be required. It will be required. This new moon forms tension with Saturn, meaning boundaries. Boundaries, responsibility, and maturity. Neptune, illusion, escapism, and your idealism. This is the discernment test. What is the test? Well, what is real? What is real and what is projection? What has structure and what is a fucking fantasy? So this ain't going to be something we talk about. It's going to be shown. It's going to be seen. It's going to be evident. Okay? This Uranus adds unpredictable. The quincunx to Uranus adds unpredictable. Plans may shift. Comfort zones may be challenged. Expansion may require adjustments. This is not, you're not going to be disrupted, but this is course correction. Okay? Know this, that alignment often requires recalibration. Okay? So set your intentions tonight and tomorrow. Set your intentions every night, every day. Okay? Have courage. This moon is not gentle. This moon is clear. Sagittarius does not whisper. You ever met a Sag? They're not here to whisper. It ain't a whisper. It's an ignition. Anybody want to get ignited on their North Node? They want to ignite it on their legacy? You better listen up. So with the sun, moon, Venus, and Mars aligned, this ignition is encoded into your nervous system, decision-making, relational patterns, and forward motion. Thank God. This is where intentions become operational. So to my star commanders out there that are seeding, you're not just planting these seeds as a seeker anymore. It is heard. It is felt. You're planting as a whole-ass star commander, a whole-ass lighthouse, a whole-ass stabilizer of a planetary field. Every authentic choice becomes a beacon. Every alignment, action, transmit outward. I'm going to say that again. Every authentic choice becomes a beacon. I trust you're authentic here. I trust you want to be here. Stuff like that. She said, hot and fresh, babes. Let's fucking go. Come on. You're not separate from the collective trajectory. You are one of its steering points. I don't think you know what a node is. The seed is planted. So tonight, under this last new moon of 2025, we are going to plant more than just goals. We're going to plant direction. We're going to plant integrity. We're also going to plant coherence. Every intention becomes coordinate. Every alignment act becomes a transmission. So when I say every intention becomes a coordinate, I didn't say who you are, what you're going through. I said make it a coordinate. Make it a coordinate. Make it non-local. If it ain't, that's too small, make it huge. If it fits in your reasoning mind, it's too small. Make it something so big that we can't even fathom because it's a coordinate. I feel like I had to say that. This is your moment. This is where the future begins to respond to you. To you. My quantum technicians, when coherence stabilizes enough bodies, the future will reroute itself. And that's what's happening. Okay? Lock in. A lot of you are locking into the overlord, the oversoul. You're no longer just a seeker. You're not just a priest or high priestess or high priest. You're no longer waiting for clarity to arrive. You are the clarity. You understand? You know that it's a residence. You know when you're out of alignment. You know that you're not just following a horizon. You have become the whole ass horizon. You're no longer just observing the field, losing your identity, but no. You are the signal that is stabilizing that bitch. Okay? This is not an affirmation. That's not what this is. I'm not here to motivate you. Fuck out of here. You need to know identity coherence. You need to know. Okay? Your presence is influence. That's why you're being exalted to positions of leadership. Your clarity is guidance. People can feel deeper. Mental illness goes away when you show up. Peace that passes understanding shows up. You hold coherence as a leader. That's not a little thing. I know the world wants to make it seem what we're doing is so small. These are limp dick motherfuckers. What you're doing is superhero shit. This is leadership without force. You hold a vision. You carry vision. You're a grid stabilizer. That means when things are fucked up in your environment, you're the one that's cool, calm, and collective. You hold, these aren't just cute words. You're a frequency leader. You activate people out of a dormant state. You lead with frequency. You got heart forward innovating. Coherent transmitter. You are a truth bearer. You're a quantum technician of the human spirit. You don't chase anymore. You're fucking radiant. That took devotion. That took discipline. That's why people are falling out of this room. It requires to tarry. It requires love that goes beyond feelings. You're starting to realize that you don't even need to shout. You emanate. You emanate. You glow. You don't need to persuade when you embody. And now the collective is going to shift because the node is secure. You're secure, Santa. The collective does not rise because the world is suddenly changed. It rises because enough star commanders like yourself has stabled your own frequency. See how major it is? Where there was confusion, clarity appears. Where there was fragmentation, coherence emerges. You got people in the bed right now, fragmented, biofracted. Anybody been there? I've been there. But when we rise, we lift the net. Something on their heart pulls like electric magnetic field. I can't think of anything better. This is where limitation is gone and expansion begins. Where there was fear, you're going to see a lot of people take pain and fear and turn it to purpose. Their whys are going to be crazy. Like, what? Why does he keep going? They're not going to understand your why. They don't know the darkness you came through. You are a transmission node, and every choice you make matters. Every intention you hold matters. Every alignment with action matters. And you know this. You can feel it when your day is fucked up. You can feel when you're present. And you hunger for that. And that is why you're right for the job. You are a stationary node of transmission in this planetary field. Mama needs you and you showed the fuck up. Not many did, but you showed the fuck up. You sat with yourself. You made contact with your body. You made contact with the human and you went deep within your nucleus. You reset your whole nervous system and now it's broadcasting Gaia. Your emotional body is broadcasting. Your coherence is broadcasting. It is undeniable that you're no longer participating, but you are directing it through your own embodiment. That's something no one can take away from you, okay? Now I got some principles. These principles will help you. The princes, principalities, these are princes of higher quality. Get familiar with these words, okay? The Star Commanders does not chase ships. I'm not chasing ships. The lighthouse holds its beam. You're here to hold your light. Simple. Hold that bitch. So others can navigate themselves. Your life becomes the reference point. Your clarity becomes the signal. And your presence becomes permission. That's what they feel when they're around you. And this is exactly what this new moon in the Sagittarius is encoding you with. It's encoding you with expansion, with integrity. It's encoding you with vision, with alignment, courage with your presence. Some of you are finally present. You're about to have courage. Ooh, get it. It's going to open up possibilities that are grounded in truth. That's all we ever wanted. Because your signal has stabilized. It has stabilized. You are structured. You have solar stability, Big Daddy. Ooh, people can count on you. Ooh. It ain't a 2-week hit. You are a lighthouse, a vector, and you are a star commander. Not just by declaration, but by coherence. Okay? And now the field, this is the fun part. The field is beginning to mirror you. The field, the omega field, everything that's outside of you. Now you got people hungry for meaning. You're making zero look so delicious. All you own is a shirt on your back and you're making it look, ooh, you make it look good. You're making purpose look so sexy. You're making what looks good or doing what is right look so good. Now you got hearts seeking coherence. You got real leaders stepping forward. You got fucking old systems being questioned. You got people having courage out of nowhere in unexpected places. A whole new morale clarity is wakening up, and that's because of you. You hold future and ancient civilizations within your codex. And it's not because I convinced or you convinced anyone. It's because you have stabilized your own damn field, okay? You are a planetary vector online. Star commander who stands, lighthouse who radiates, and signal who's embodied. Together we are the planetary vector that is moving towards this galactic horizon, cosmic, now local expansion. This is not accidental if you're here. This is by utter divine design. Growth is not optional. Alignment is not up for negotiation. For your presence is power, and that's what's needed. You carrying the codes for the species to move forward. It's not a little thing. You're being asked to integrate completely and show the fuck up this hour. In this field, in this transmission, you anchor the new world into your being. For the phoenix has risen, and the horizon has been restored, and the seeds have been planted, and your signal is fully on the fuck line. And guess the fuck what else? The collective is remembering itself through you. Okay? We're not waiting, searching, or seeking. That's what limp dick people do, and you're not a limp dick. You're moving, radiating, and you're stabilizing your future now. For you are the star commander, the lighthouse, and the signal. To my quantum technicians, collective vector is stabilized and horizon is broadcast initiated now. Say with me, I stand as the lighthouse, and the future reorganizes itself, okay? This is the final section, guys, of the night before we get into our water ceremony. This is where we seal everything we discussed. We're going to seal it tonight. So if you have tarried through this video, Dan H said, no limp dicks, I love you, yes. So if you have tarried through this video, meaning you sat with yourself and made it through, you're a big stepper beyond words, okay? This is the Lighthouse era. This is the transmission ceiling. This is where your coherence is complete. Nothing needs to be said anymore. It only needs to be held. Okay? Anybody can release. Oh! Anybody can bust. Anybody can crash out. Okay? That's easy. This is where you're sealed. Hold structure. Hold your coherence. Okay? This is the sealing moment. And now we are sealing this transmission, this hour, not with information, but your orientation, alignment. We have become the embodiment. This is where expansion ends and you standing begins. The era has shifted. You're entering a whole new era. This era becomes power. This era is the era of coherence becomes leadership. Okay? This is the era where truth becomes the currency. Alignment becomes your protection. Ain't that the damn truth? You know, to some, these are just words. To the disembodied, these words are hitting the ground. But those that have been through the fire know purpose is becoming your propulsion. It's the purpose that carried you through this week. It's your devotion and your love, higher aspects, not your feelings, not waiting to feel, but you carry the ignition. Ashe? Guys, get your water ready, because this is a new era. Vision becomes magnetic. Magnetism. There's nothing attractive about a wanderer. Non-purpose having limp dick energy. There's nothing attractive about it. There's no magnetism. Okay? Purpose becomes propulsion. Alignment becomes protection. Your alignment is why they can't... This kitchen witch fucking bullshit ain't touching you. It ain't touching me. I had a moment today. It didn't affect me. All because I opened my heart. All because... But my alignment protected me. My purpose propelled me. Instead of sitting in the omega field, losing my identity, my purpose pushed me into trajectory like Sagittarius, that leader, that ignition. Everyone's dormant, but not everybody can ignite shit. Welcome, clarity. Ashe. You have entered the era where you're that motherfucker, and when you want to act like you're not that motherfucker, you're betraying yourself. You're betraying me. You're betraying the source. You're betraying your mama, your daddy, your brother. You're a betrayer of all. Okay? Let's just be clear. I had to get that off my chest. Confidence is a minimum. Hold on. For the Celestials, confidence is a minimum. You got people that want to attach, and 11:33 on the time. You got people that want to attach to your Merkaba, ready, and siphon off your ass. No. Okay? The old world trained people to chase. I don't want you to chase. What kind of shit is that? This is the era where people radiate. Be around radical, radiant people. Son of a bitch. This old world rewards noise. This is the era of responding to signal. Direct ass signal. And you know, people don't like directives. They don't like direction. Well, at least limp dick motherfuckers don't. Real ones love a direction. A lot of us masculines, we had to heal. And now all we ever want is directive divine. Lead me divine. Where can I go? I want to go do something. I'm ready. Okay? This era is responding to your signal. The old world followed force. This era is following your frequency, okay? And final teaching for the Lighthouse principles, and that is why the Lighthouse matters. This is why you matter. The Lighthouse does not run towards the ship. It does not shout instructions. It does not beg to be seen, but it holds its beam. It's going to know you stood for something, okay? Steady, unmoving, and true. And in doing so, it allows others to find themselves. That's how important you are. This is the new era of the new earth leaders. If you're here, it's more than likely you're one of them. Okay? I'm not here to dominate. That's so fucking demonic, bro. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm not here for performance. It took everything for me to be here. It may not look like a lot to you, punk, but it took soul, bro. It took stability. Not losing myself when someone had a problem with me. Not losing myself, but learning to be stable and coherent. It took clarity, and it took my embodiment. And those three things you cannot take away from me, and I know you want to so bad. That is why you were being refined to be this superhero, this superhuman, okay? You were not refined so you could disappear. I will not have it. You were not purified so you could stay quiet. What kind of limp dick shit is that? You were not ignited so you could just doubt your place in the world. You were prepared so you could stand bright. The collective does not need more answers, but it needs your anchor. The heat is rising. People who can hold truth without fucking panicking. Hold their vision without fucking fantasizing. Hope without bypassing shit. Expansion without collapsing. This is what the Scorpion furnace has built. You came out ever since Scorpio season. Osiris, when you got resurrected, that was your last one. That moment has occurred. People fucked around and find out because what came out was not something to be messed with. You became the horizon and it's being revealed. Because the transformation was not just about life and death. Now this transformation is about your revealing. Your true role. Your true node. You're not here just to serve and to save the world. You're here to stabilize it. And when enough of us get together online, the fog lifts on its own. You can feel it. Watch, tomorrow is going to be so sexy. Heat. Where there's heat, there's what? Where there's heat, there's what? Because this ain't church, bro. This is literally science, bro. Alchemy. Where there's heat, there's power. Where there's water, there's what? And your ass got both. Okay? A lot of us are getting activated. Okay? Nothing you do is just basic or common. There's a cause and effect. You affect the world we're living in. You shake Shakira and your cymatics reverberates through the field. Okay? Where there's water, there's life. And where there's fire, there's power. And you carry both. You got life and power. Okay? Wake up tomorrow and the fucking continents are shifting. You have helped calibrate the timelines. This is the universal seal. We are sealed in the ark. You are sealed in this new moon, and you are sealed to this year. You are sealed with your own truth. Universal seal, you can speak this out loud or hear it internally or just not give a fuck and not be here. Okay? Say it with me. I am the signal. I am the horizon. I am the light that guides the new world forward. Ashe? So it is and so it shall be. This is where the water ceremony begins. Guys, get your water. Put in the comments if you want me to wait. Put in the comments if you got your water, you want me to wait. Shalom, shalom, baby. Trina said she got mine. Stephanie got mine. Got mine. Ready. I fucking love you guys. Fucking Cottage says she got it. Look at me. That tells me you guys fucking on point. Look how many motherfuckers there are, dude. Yo, I can cry. Yo. Got some embodied motherfuckers here. Let's go. Yeah, that's really a lot of people though. 33. Anybody else hot? Anybody else hot? I'm hot. Like not like sexy hot, but like frequency hot. Ted the Architect, I haven't seen you. Welcome. 33 master number. Yes. Is there anybody we're waiting on? A lot of people said yes to being on fire. I've been on fire. I can kiss you. Yes. Thank you for, for responding. You got to understand when I say, like, hold on. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. I'm talking to myself. All right. So when you're the one, right? The one that left zero. When people say, I'm the one, that means you broke a whole generation. You left a circle, a cycle. You became the one. Now that I'm the one, and I'm calling out, it's being received, which is the 2. And the fact that you're putting in the comments makes 3. Where there's 3, there's coherence, there's circulation, there's movement. Black Phoenix said, no, get your water, baby. So when I say, yo, thank you for commenting. I'm not going to get rich off the 30 cents this live. But what it's doing is, it's non-local intelligence. I'm aware, I'm an alchemist. We're moving the energy. We're moving it, we're circulating it. Staying clean. Like Nut and Geb, we're rotating the waters, the vortex. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Wow, just got hotter. Son of a bitch, I might have to take my sweater off. Listen. Flowing, right. That's what the wind element taught us. This is what Libra taught us. It taught you how to fucking articulate. How to communicate, bring within, without, how to circulate. I love that, Dan. He says shaking the Shakira. He's saying it just like me. Come on, baby. Yeah. These words mean something. Chakra, Shakira, chakras shake. They shake. They're not supposed, nothing is supposed to be standing still. We're supposed to be shaking chakra. It's supposed to be moving. It's supposed to be on fire. It's supposed to be orgasmic. It's supposed to be hot. Spirit moves. Black Phoenix, you're getting blocked. They didn't see your comment, but I can already tell you're so far up your own ass. I could tell. People start. All right, come on, let's go. So, I want to let you know, water remembers what the mind can forget. Water is very powerful. Okay, guys, make sure you got your water in front of you. Hold it in your hand. Let this water be an ancient witness. Water actually holds memory, okay? It's a beautiful thing. Water is a keeper of codes, and I invite you now to hold your water, carry the clarity, carry the truth, carry the alignment, receive what I speak, hold what I choose, and transmit what I embody. Dan H said water is life. It literally is, okay? I want you to pause. I want you to feel your own water. This ain't about me, how cute my words are. This is about you and your world. This is about you and your water, okay? I'm not relative. I'm just the one you let me make love to you, okay? What's relevant is your own inner technology. What's relevant is your own intuition. What's relevant is you connecting with your water, okay? As you hold that water, I'm going to say some decrees out loud. I am the signal, and I'm speaking as a universal one. There's no fragmentation here. I'm speaking as a whole-ass universe, okay? Just to ease the mind. I am the signal. My presence stabilizes the field. My frequency radiates clarity. My light is a beacon for the awakening collective. Water, hold this code. Decree 2. I stand as the lighthouse. I do not chase. I'm not here to persuade. But I hold the beam so others may navigate themselves. Waters, remember the stance. Decree 3. I release what is not mine. I leave behind identity and illusions and ancestral static and a whole bunch of emotional debris. For my field is purified, it is compressed, and it is ready for ignition. Water, carry this release. Decree 4. I embrace my horizon and the expansion, and I honor my Sagittarian and the call to meaning, the call to vision, and the call to purpose beyond comfort. Water, open the horizon within me. Decree 5. I act with integrity. For every choice I make aligns with my core values, my core truth, and my evolutionary trajectory. Water, align my actions. Decree 6. I embody courage. Fear is not my limiter. It is the doorway to my power, my signal, and my trajectory. Water, convert fear into clarity. Decree 7. I open to connection. I strengthen bonds rooted in freedom, authenticity, and heartfelt resonance. I release all relationships that would drain or distort my field. Woo! I can feel the spirit. Water, cleanse my relational field. I decree 8. You guys want to see my face? Come on. We're doing this together. I'm literally like a child right now. It's getting hot. Decree 8. I claim my star commander identity. I am a visionary. I am a stabilizer. I am coherent. I am a quantum technician of the human spirit. Water, anchor this new identity. Decree 9. I trust the process. Every collapse, every trigger, and every challenge is a full-ass transmission, a coordinates aligning me with my future that I am creating. Water, encode trust. Decree 10. I activate the future through my presence. I am no longer waiting. I am not seeking. I am the horizon. I am the signal. I am the new world manifested through me. Water, seal this truth. Ashe. Now lift your water. Look at it, not symbolically, but relationally. For the water has been spoken to, and it is carrying instructions. And now I'm going to ask you to drink it slowly with me. And let's get litty. Come on. Keep drinking, because as you drink, visualize the water going through your throat, your heart, your nervous system, and every cell. Allow yourself to do this, okay? It's not cool being numb. Allow yourself to feel this. Let it distribute the codes. If you feel called, pour another small portion. Drink it again. Drink it again. And if you got to, go outside and dump some on the ground, an offering for the planetary field, for the ceremony has been sealed. Okay? Ashe. Transmission complete. The Lighthouse era has begun. Nova command complete. This transmission is shielded. You guys are awesome. I love you. I love you. I love you. Not as a human. Not as the love that... it's a universal love. I want you to expand kind of love. I want you to grow kind of love. I want you to be your highest version kind of love. Okay? So take this with you, family. For what we did does not come back void, does not come back empty. There is a cause and effect. You need to know this. This isn't feelings. And when you want to act like it ain't, you got a problem with the universe. You don't got a problem with me.
Universal lighthouse, harmonics inside. I'm letting my light shine bright. We shining bright, bright through the night. Hop in the whip, let it the chopper through the realms of the plains in the sky. Convict the heart so thrive as we come alive.
Reintroduce yourself to the collective. We need you. You're clearly a badass. You're clearly that motherfucker. You're clearly that node. Oh, you didn't know. Stop acting like you didn't know. We all know you're the shit. Now you just gotta show up.
Let's go, take it over, Nova, explode. I'm ready to go. 3, 2, 1, jump in the whip, Merkle, let's go. Rolling, chosen, or danger, radical embodiment.
Dreamwalker said, I am that motherfucker, Ashe. Dan said, I am the shit. Come on. You sound like you were empowered, man. Dreamwalker said, I am the oracle. Yes, you are the oracle. Let the light shine. Light shine bright. We shining bright, bright through the night. Hop in the whip, let the chopper through the realms of the plains in the sky. Convict the heart so thrive as we come alive. Our tunes gonna be alright. Anybody feeling lighter? Oh yeah, yeah. Ashe, love you guys. We're ending on this song, family. Ashe, Stephanie said, I am in tears of happiness and fulfillment. That is beautiful. Ashe. This is the final moon, man. The final moon. Let's go, take it over, Nova, explode. I'm ready to go. 3, 2, 1, jump in the whip, Merkle, let's go. Rolling, chosen, or danger, radical embodiment. Can't say I never told them. Ted said, I am the monad. You are. You are. Remember what you're not alone. Stand strong. For the ones on my YouTube right now still watching, listen to what these people are saying. Rising Hope said, shine on, warrior. Shine on. Dan H said, thank you, fam. Stephanie said, let's go. You guys are beautiful.